Last giant in physics. Guys, chill out, man. 3 minutes is a lot of time, man. Okay, we'll watch it. Det should be fucking pog.
From liftoff and Falcon 9
Super Bowl's Omega
to the
Live.
final stages of the countdown. The first and second stages are both nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. Super chilled.
Is there anybody in there though? There's none, right?
Earlier is our propellant oxidizer. Is what's creating those white clouds that you see around Falcon 9 when it's exposed to the warmer ambient air.
What is this for? Usually these are like satellites or like refuels or some shit.
First stage should finish prop loading, actually already has finished prop loading at T minus 3 minutes, and second stage is coming up on finished prop loading at T minus 2 minutes. At T minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup, and that means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown. So with the Starlink payload continuing to be healthy, the F9 teams, Falcon 9 teams are tracking no issues on the rocket. Weather is still looking good, and the range is green.
There's a hamster in there?
So we are at T minus 1.5 minutes from liftoff. And again, in about 30 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. What this means is that the vehicle will basically be autonomously making its decision if it will continue with liftoff at T0.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
And there's that call out that Falcon 9 is in startup.
Here it comes, chat. We're here, dude.
Go for launch.
And at T minus 45 seconds, there was that call out for go for launch. Again, that was the Falcon 9 rocket making that decision autonomously. Now we are T minus 30 seconds from liftoff of our Starlink payload tonight. So let's listen in and watch liftoff.
It could go boom. Right?
T minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff!
Jesus, that's loud. Dude, the camera is shaking like a mile away. That's crazy. So far, so good. Too many clouds today.
We are T plus 40 seconds into flight, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, carrying our Starlink payload to its targeted drop-off orbit.
Yo, bitch-ass clouds!
We did throttle down our engines in preparation for max Q, and that is the maximum aerodynamic pressure, which is the largest structural load that the vehicle will see. That's coming up here in a few seconds.
Max Q.
And there's that call out that we have just passed through max Q. In about a minute, we will have 3 events happening back to back. The first of which will be main engine cutoff, or MECO. This is where all 9 M1D engines shut off to slow the vehicle down in preparation for the second event, which is stage separation. Stage separation is where the first stage separates from the second stage, with the first stage starting to make its way back to Earth for landing, and stage 2 continuing on its journey, with the third event called SES-1, or second engine start 1. And that's where the MVAC engine lights up on the second stage and propels the second stage along with the Starlink satellites to its drop-off orbit.
I want to see landing burn too.
We are at T plus 2 minutes and 5 seconds, so we're just about 25 seconds away from those 3 events. Again, that is MECO, stage separation, and SES-1.
Guys, how is this fake news? Stop saying InfoWars. What is wrong with you, dude? You need help. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you, dude? Get help, dude.
Nico.
Stage separation confirmed.
Pog.
And there you can see on
bright
your
burn,
screen, on
Pog.
the left screen, we had main engine cutoff and stage separation. On your right screen is the second stage MVAC engine lighting up, glowing bright red there. And it is a bit dark on the East Coast, but you can see on your left screen that first stage, those grid fins are deploying. And on your right screen, we have fairing deploy coming up here.
Separation confirmed.
And
Cool.
there is that confirmation of fairing deploy. Now let's see if those fairing halves can be recovered by our recovery ships, Mystery and Mischief today. Again, we won't have that live. That will happen around T plus 40 minutes. So check in with our social media accounts for updates on those fairing halves.
Wait, it takes 40 minutes for the things to go down? Why?
And stage 2 still looking
No, it's not to
nominal.
find them because
Again, that
they
is
can catch
what
them.
you see on your right screen. Stage 1 is making its way back.
Acquisition of signal Bermuda.
And as the first stage makes its way back to Earth, it will perform 2 burns.
Oh, because
The
they
first
use
of which
parachutes and
will
whatnot.
be the entry burn, and that is where 3 of the 9 M1D engines reignite.
Oh, it's slow.
This helps slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. And finally will be the second and final burn is the landing burn. And this is a single engine burn. That's the Center E9 engine that reignites and brings the vehicle all the way down.
I saw light on the left.
Rapidly slows the vehicle down so that it can touch down and land on the drone ship.
What does the guy say? He says, Pepega, gravity is weaker than rocket
We are attempting to land
boosters.
the first stage today on just read the instructions. As
No
our,
shit.
of course, I Still Love You drone ship was occupied with our Demo 2 vehicle from over the weekend up until last night.
Yo, bitch. They definitely have parachutes or whatever on the pairings. The boat is not gonna fucking catch you with the net going at max speed at fucking terminal velocity juicer, dude. Fuck's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? Oh, they have rockets on it. No, and I didn't mean for this.
We are at
for the other thing.
plus 5.5 minutes. Stage 2
Not for
still
this.
looking nominal.
I can't.
And first stage making its way back. That first burn, that entry burn, will be coming up in about a minute from now, around T plus 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
There's 2 things.
And that entry burn will last about 20 seconds long. Again, that is to slow the vehicle down.
They land
as
the
it
stage 1,
re-enters back
that one on
into
the left?
Earth's atmosphere.
And then the pairings or whatever the fuck. The thing on the sides. The little doors thing. These things, they don't have thrusters. I think they have like parachutes or whatever. Because then they catch them with the fucking boats, yo. The fairings, they catch them with the boats.
Stage 2 on your right.
They have
screen, still
parachutes,
on a nominal
not
trajectory.
thrusters. Because it can't go at
And the
max
left screen is
speed
a little bit
on the
dark.
nets. I can't.
It is
I can't.
nighttime on the East
I can't read
Coast,
this chat. I can't.
but we should see that screen light up with that entry burn, those 3 engines reigniting.
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Stage 1 entry burn is started.
Oh, this is cool, dude.
And there
Here
you
it comes.
hear that call out, as well as a visual confirmation that those engines have reignited.
Yo, epilepsy warning!
Follow nominal trajectory.
We'll make sure about reset it because it doesn't make sense.
And stage 1 entry burn shut down.
And confirmation that the stage 1 entry burn is complete, as well as stage 2 still looking nominal. If you heard that call out.
Oh, what's happening? Uh-oh. Oh. Boom.
Coming up next is the landing burn around T plus 8.5 minutes. Around 8 minutes and 24 seconds.
What's happening? They're gonna land at the stage 1.
Looks like we lost that live view of the first
Which
stage
is the main
coming
booster.
down, but that is expected. So hopefully we can get that live view back.
Hopefully the hamster's still
Right now,
alive.
you're
Stage 1
seeing-
is transonic.
Right now what you're seeing on your left screen is the drone ship just read the instructions. Followed very closely after the landing burn and landing of the first stage will be SECO 1, that is second engine cutoff, around T plus 8 minutes and 58 seconds.
Stage 1 landing burn is started.
Oh, here it comes.
Terminal guidance.
And it's so
Landing
bright.
legs have deployed.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
And wow, as you saw coming
And
down,
JRTI, we
that
have a
first
stage 1
stage
landing.
Falcon
Perfect.
9
Operators moving to procedure 11.100 on recovery
Damn,
1
dude.
CF9.
amazing. That first stage booster has landed for the first time, for the 5th time for a Falcon 9 booster. That is amazing. We're waiting for second stage engine cut off.
That was sick,
What an
dude.
amazing view of that first stage coming down, even though it was dark and night. But those engines lighting up the screen, watching first stage come down, was an
Nominal orbit
amazing
insertion.
view.
I mean, who cares? This is crazy. This is like
And
history,
you heard a
dude.
call out of good orbit for second stage.
If you don't care about this, then what do you have? What is that even care
now that
about?
second stage is going to, now that second stage is in a good orbit, it's going to coast for a few minutes. And during this time, it will start to spin along its central axis, giving these Starlink satellites the momentum that they need to space themselves out over time after they deploy. So we will take a quick break and return back here at T plus 14 minutes.
Okay, chat. Guys, I'll explain, okay? I'll explain. Guys, I'm not a science dude, okay? But listen, the first one, the stage 1, they landed with the thrusters, right? Right, to counteract the fucking gravity of the fuck, right? Or the speed. But the fairings above, the little piece of metal, they catch them with the boats. They have boats with arms like this, with a net in between the arms. There is no way that the fairings are going down at max speed. That is stupid. The boat would get fucked, yo. It is not. It's gotta be parachutes or some shit. I don't think they have thrusters on the fairings, unless maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
And takes us into our first coast base.
We've got an exciting...
Parachute! I was right! Oh, look at my arms! Look at them! Look at them! It was parachutes, man!
You can see on your screen.
I fucking knew it, dude. You're wrong as usual. I am correct. They're parachutes.
And we're still waiting to
I'm done.
hear,
Look, piece of metal, parachute. I was correct.
We are able to catch the one on Mischief, the second fairing half. So, exciting news so far this morning.
Hey,
with
hey,
brand
hey.
new updates.
Imagine losing the deduction and logic battle to zero sub-zero ice pop cold IQ Andy. Dude, that's crazy.
1 year, XQCL.
Yeah, that's when they failed, right?
Bury the platter.